winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look out, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling snow. Those nights back in Tokyo. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. Look back to where midnights broke their sleep, awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide, colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away, faceless under faces made. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look out, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling snow. this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.
I think that part you're doing in the middle was tight. Do you remember which one?
Look back to where midnights broke their sleep. Awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away, faceless under faces made. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds.
What's up, folks? Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Checking in, audio check. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me out there. Checking the streams. I think we good, but okay. What's up, people? What's up? What's up, man? What is going on? All right. Want to get in here with you guys, man. I haven't really took a lot of time to do the lives, man. I know I've been slacking. Man. But y'all see, I've been in the lab. I got some stuff out to y'all. I think I did several videos in the last 2 weeks. In fact, if you haven't been around, you probably missed out. But I did do several videos. I did the obviously the one that we just dropped, the Diddy video. If you did not see that, matter of fact, let me put the thumbnail up on the screen for those that are not aware so that y'all can catch up. Hold on, guys. It's for the folks that didn't know. I'll add that real quick. Boom, boom, boom. So this is kind of what we discussing right now, man. Create graphics, top left. Okay, so if you're unaware, man, I just dropped the video the other day, man. It's been doing its rounds. It's a lot of good information in that video, man. A lot of good information. Before we get started, man, just wanted to shout out that we are doing the discount today for the Flex 4, man. So if you haven't got a chance to clean up your system, guys, it's a perfect opportunity. We got the Flex 4, which consists of the DE Parasite Detox, which is going to get the parasites that you have inside your body. I tell you all the time, guys, you got to get that out your system. You got the Genesis Pineal Gland Decalcifier. You got the New Dawn facial cream. And you also got the Body Shot Detox that's going to deal with the chemtrails that they spraying down. That stuff gets on your skin, man, cause all kind of problems, man. You got Morgellons and these nanobots and things that they putting in us, man, that you got to get out your system, man. If you don't know, these things have the ability to control you, also have the ability to deteriorate your health. You're talking about from the outside, but also from the inside out. So you want to detox your body at least once or twice a year. That's minimal. A lot of people detox quarterly. I personally detox quarterly, man, because I know that I understand the effects of this stuff on your system and on your overall health over time. It does affect your organ function as well as your brain function as well. So definitely, guys, if you haven't got a chance yet, I did drop that price down significantly for those that have not been able to get themselves cleaned up, man. The Flex 4 Detox Bundle, you get that at that discounted price with the code Diddy. That's the first 5 people. So if you get in there and get it, then you good. If you don't get it, you just was too late. All right. Anyway, let's get started as far as talking about the video, man. First off, I want to say, man, that I already kind of figured myself, man, just from what I've understood about the industry. If you've been doing any type of research into the music industry, which is where I started. If y'all know me, I started doing the research into the music industry before I got into anything else. It was all about the music industry. Now, this particular story is very impactful to me because it involves one of my all-time favorite artists, which was Tupac. I was a big Tupac fan, man. If y'all don't know, I was a big Tupac fan, man. So I grew up listening to Tupac, man, and the reason I listen to Tupac, man, because he was so inspirational, man. He was a generational talent. We haven't seen nothing like it. Probably never will. Tupac brought me a lot of comfort in his music, man, because he had a lot of music that kind of hit home and touched me, you know, at a time where I was dealing with a lot of stuff, man. He talked about everything from, you know, love. He talked about dysfunctional families, you know, broken homes. He talked about, you know, poverty. He talked about being with single mothers, single parent households and things like that. He talked about relationships with friends. You know, like Tupac talked about everything. There's never been an artist like him, man. If you never really got a chance to listen to Tupac, I suggest you do it. It was also significant to me because I have a half brother that actually his dad did a song with Tupac. Y'all might have know these guys. They call it the 5 Stair Steps, but they didn't actually do a song, but Tupac used the one of the songs that they made in one of his videos and his songs that he did. So I really, really felt the connection with him, man, because that song that hit home for real, you know. So I love Tupac, man. If you never got to listen to Tupac, I suggest you do so, man. Great artist, man. He's got some great music. He got some gangster stuff too, guys. He was dibbling dabbling in that life, but overall, Tupac was a good guy, man. He had a good heart. I had the opportunity to listen to a phone call that he had made from once he had got out of prison and stuff. Now, mind you, Tupac did go to prison for a little while, but we kind of get into that a little bit. But Tupac had made a call after he got out, and he was just talking about how he was just so he was so determined to try to turn the streets around. He was really wanting to really engage the youth and try to bring positivity through his music and also through charities and charity events and things like that, and try to help troubling youth, man, and to get the street violence to decline, and try to bring more, more help, more promise, more hope for a lot of inner city kids and stuff, kids that are struggling, not just inner city, but anybody that was dealing with stuff. He was all about trying to make those changes. It's unfortunate, man. Tupac, when he was really kind of doing that, he got attacked by a lot of folks, man. And Puffy ended up actually being one of those folks that, attacked him. So he changed. He went from being like this really good guy that was really trying to focus on some of the positive stuff to all of a sudden he was entrenched in this this East Coast, West Coast feud that went down. It's almost as if it was the good versus the evil. Okay, because Tupac was on the good side, and Tupac had the feds. He had all these evil people in the industry. He had all these folks that were attacking him, man, and coming after him during the time that he was doing, his work and trying to, bring the positivity in the music. As you can see, if you didn't hear the story, man, the untold story with Puffy, I should have put the link in here, man, for folks that didn't see it yet. I might do that. I might put the link in, man. But no, it turns out that Puffy, man, if this story checks out, okay, we can only speculate. It's supposed to be from Puffy's ex-wife, Kim Porter, right? So Kim Porter, she was an actress and also a model that Puffy got involved with early on in his career, and he really just ran this woman through the ringer. I mean, he did the worst things imaginable. Okay, the worst things imaginable. He had involvement with so many different celebrities, politicians. I don't know if you guys saw, but just recently, one of the politicians, the mayor, I might want to bring it up, but the mayor of New York just got indicted. Okay, this is the same mayor that gave Puffy the keys to the city. Okay, so ironically, oddly enough, the mayor has now been indicted. So is he indicted based off of the relationship that he had with Puffy? Was he at these parties and whatnot? Like, you got to think, a lot of these folks, man, they knew where to go if they wanted to have a good time. They were going to go and get involved with Diddy and his parties, these freak offs, and where they just did this grotesque stuff to these little boys. If you didn't see it, like I said, I put it in the video, man. You had Justin Bieber. You already had the speculations about what he did with Justin Bieber. You had Usher. You talking about when these guys were young, man. Like, this stuff happened to them when they were young. So a lot of people didn't think much about it at the time because they were just like trying to get in the industry. They were doing music with him. And what people have to understand, man, we made a big fuss about Epstein, right? Epstein was a bad guy. Epstein did all this crap. Yes, sure enough, he did. But what we fail to realize is that Epstein was just one piece of this huge, like, puzzle, this whole industry. He's only one piece. And to be honest, Epstein probably dealt more with folks that was in his area of entertainment, and he probably dealt with more the political side, I would say. I think Puffy more so was associated with the music, straight music industry, and all the dirty, filthy crap that's been going on in there. All right. And we can't get it confused and be like, okay, well, Puffy did this, Puffy did that. Understand this, guys. Puffy is not the only artist that's been out here on this rampage doing this filthy, nasty crap to people. Okay, he's not the only CEO or record label executive or whatever that's been having sexual relationships with kids. He's not the only one that's been blackmailing celebrities. Okay, he's not the only one that's been drugging women. He's not the only one that's been abusive to women. He's not the only one he didn't been accused of rape cases and all kind of. It makes you think when you get all this information, because we just at first it was just Cassie. It was Cassie, and she had her story, and Puffy tried to hurry up and take care of her because he knew that if that stuff hit the street, he was going to be in trouble. Puffy knew that he needed to take care of Cassie before that stuff hit the street. And the problem is, I think he waited too long. He let that stuff get out, and then he started trying to take care. He started trying to clean it up. But to be honest, I feel like he was going to go down anyway. I feel like he was already going down. I don't think it really mattered. I think it's something else that occurred. I think he rattled wrestled some feathers of some folks in some high places, man. And I think because of that, he ended up having all this stuff happen. I don't think this is I don't think it's because of what he's done. I think it's because he got the wrong people upset. Now, I showed y'all that piece with Wendy Williams, right? Y'all saw Wendy Williams on the video, and she was saying, no, I'm not going to take the walk. I'm not going to do that. I refuse and all that. Next thing you know, she gets the trigger from those folks that like Donald Marshall was talking about. They had the ability to send brain aneurysms, had the ability to give you a heart attack. They send electricity to you. They can cause you to have a whole lot of problems. All right. Wendy Williams was a victim of that right then and there. Okay. This is right after she denounced you taking the walk. She's like, I'm not going to do it, this, that, and the other. Boom, they went on and hit her. Okay, so that's the type of stuff that they do. Now, in Kim's book, she talked about how Diddy claimed that he would do something to her, but nobody would be able to trace it back to him. She also talked about how she was dating different guys, and all these guys would end up dead. All right, and they always would die of pneumonia, like a mysterious pneumonia, right? It's kind of like Eazy-E. He mysteriously all of a sudden he had AIDS. So they have a certain way of dealing with people in that industry. It's always, if you die, it's gonna be like, oh, it's a drug overdose. Oh, he had some kind of sickness. You know, it was a car accident. It's never gonna be what it's supposed to be, right? But what was going on with Puffy? He was so connected, man. You got to think, he was so connected. If he had problems with somebody, he was going to get help to deal with it. Like, he had doctors and stuff, just like Donald Marshall said, they had doctors, lawyers, and police that were all down there in the cloning center. All of them were working together with these beings or whatnot. You have to understand, they all involved with what? Child sex trafficking, pedophilia, human sex trafficking, rituals, you see what I'm saying? Adrenochrome, all of that stuff. They're involved with all that stuff. So if somebody has a problem, if somebody has a problem with one of the guys that's going to these clothing centers that's involved with all this stuff, they're going to take care of it. All right, they're going to take care of it. They're going to sweep it under the rug. They're going to make it sure like it didn't happen. And that's the kind of stuff that they were able to do. This is the type of stuff they did for Diddy. All right, this is the type of stuff that's going on for a lot of these celebrities. Only time you get in trouble, guys, if you didn't really mess with the wrong folks, or you did something that you weren't supposed to do. I've heard, as far as Diddy, that I heard that he tried to be greedy or something about a deal that was involving some kind of product, man. I can't say for certain. I'm gonna dig more into it before we start making it about that. But it was something that he was supposed to have been involved with. It was a product of some sorts that he wanted to, get more than what he should have got. And he started just getting too big for his own good, thinking that he was untouchable. And the elite made the decision, hey, we're going to have to bring this brother back down to size. We're going to stick a pin in his airhead and bring him back down to earth. And they were the ones that made the decision to go and bring him down. Now, I speculate about that. And the only reason I say that is because he definitely ain't protected. Ain't nobody trying to look out for him at this point. But I believe that Kim put this book together, and she got it out to a lot of different folks, man. And once it became apparent that they wasn't going to be able to stop that leak, they needed to disassociate themselves and start to get things in position to where it's, hey, we're going to have to go and take Diddy down, you know, and it's like a wolf getting caught in a bear trap, getting his leg caught in a bear trap. We're going to have to cut off this part of our leg, or this whole ship going to sink. We're not going to be able to go nowhere if we let this clown and all this stupid stuff he doing get us taken down. So they figured the best thing for them to do was to cut their losses, right? So anyway, needless to say, Puffy, man, him and Pac, they was in a ongoing feud, man. Pac was always, you know, trying to do things, positive things for children and stuff like that. Talking about, hey, we need to protect the children are the future. He was that. Diddy was in the background, obviously, having sexual relations with boys, which Kim laid out. She laid out in the book, you know. He was having a lot of women that were coming forward talking about he didn't date raped them, used the date rape drug, and they found, like, ironically, I mean, you can't look like, we can speculate about things, but this is what they saying they found in his mansion was a lot of this date rape drug, the baby oil, the sex tapes, a lot of dildos and things. So if women say that they got a date rape drug used on them, they done found a bunch of date rape drugs in the house. Is it inconceivable that he might have date raped somebody? I'm just saying it's inconceivable. Now, mind you, you had all these women making these allegations, right? But this man been running free for how long? While he been doing this stuff? So what I want you to understand is that Diddy was protected, right? If you don't know the history of Tupac was in prison, and they got him on charges talking about he forcibly touched a woman's buttocks. This is what he went to prison for. All right. And while he was in prison, they was trying to recruit him to the Illuminati. Now Tupac didn't want to do it, but ultimately he did get involved to some degree, and then he tried to retract, he tried to backtrack, and that's what ended up getting Tupac in trouble. So this is what ended up getting Tupac in trouble. He ended up going to prison or whatnot for forcibly touching some girl's butt, because he wasn't trying to be involved with the, you know, the Illuminati and everything. And Diddy was trying to have sexual relations with him like he was all the other men that he was seeing. Diddy was seeing a whole lot of men. All right, he was having sexual relations with men all over the place. This is what has been coming out. And he was basically doing stuff to these boys. Now, I want to say, so Diddy very well might have had a fetish of some sort. He might have had some kind of enjoyment out of doing this. All right, not gonna say that he didn't. I'm not gonna say that he did, but if you listen to the story, guys, he talked about in there. Kim talked about how she was 9 months pregnant. 9 months pregnant. And Diddy was trying to have her. Well, he did have her. He had her get basically gang raped. All these, man, I just can't even fathom, you know, what that looked like. A woman is 9 months pregnant. Your woman, your wife, is 9 months pregnant with your child, and you bring in, I don't know how many men you had ravage her while she's carrying your child. What kind of animal, what kind of monster are you? All right. For him to want to do that, something is wrong. Something is wrong up here. Okay. Now, what you also have to understand, guys, we always talk about frequency. We start talking about vibration. We talk about that. And we also talk about spirits. All right. We talk about spirits. I strongly believe that Diddy has an evil spirit in him. I believe that R. Kelly also has an evil spirit in him. These guys, you got to think, when you start, guys, when you have sexual relations and stuff like this, all right, you have sexual relations with people, man, you're sharing energy. You're sharing spiritual energy, man. You can transfer spirits and stuff like this. You really want to be careful who you're having relations with. Okay. To be clear, sex is a spiritual connection, man. It's a ritualistic thing in a sense as well. It has a lot that goes into it, man. You start talking about chakras and things like that, and how those things together can create a level of energy. All right, and it also can open up portals or whatnot. This is some next level stuff I know we're talking about here. We have not delved into this, but there's sexual energy that can be created from sexual experiences or sexual activities. Okay. Just like, what is it? If you are to even have an orgasm, that is releasing a high level of sexual energy, but that energy, guys, is felt also on a spiritual level. Okay, so when you doing all this stuff, think about what he's doing. All right, he's having all these sexual relations with all of these celebrities, and all these celebrities having sex with all these different women. So think about all this. All these folks having all these relationships, man. A lot of sexual relationships going on. A lot of spirits being passed between people, man. A lot of trauma and stuff being felt. You got to think a lot of these celebrities have raped women, date rape women, mess with little boys, mess with little girls. They do this stuff. They mess with little boys and little girls and stuff in order to get some type of ritual off. So you performing rituals. I don't know if y'all remember. Hold on. I had the guy, Max Spears. Max Spears was talking about every time you do a ritual, you basically you conjure up these spirits of anybody that's done these rituals before, essentially. So you opening up the door for all these spirits. So think about the world that they involved with. Think about all the stuff that they doing, all the energies and stuff around them. You already know all these people vibrating low. You know that. We've talked about this. We've talked about frequency. We talked about energy. Talk about love. This ain't love what they doing. So you know they vibrating very low. Okay, so when they doing all this stuff, man, they opening up the door for all these evil spirits. All right, so it's easy for one of these evil spirits to go into these folks and to inhabit them, to possess them, and cause them to do a lot of stuff that normal people just wouldn't do. All right, a lot of normal people just wouldn't do. Now, there's something that occurs when men have relationships with other men, especially in the manner that they have in these relations. All right. So these spirits that they have are being transferred between them. You already know they vibrate low enough to engage in these type of sexual activities. Okay. These are not of God. This is not, you see the man wasn't acting in love. You could tell that he wasn't on the right, like he wasn't at the right point. Mentally, people like, oh, he's a sicko, this, that, other. Yeah, he is sicko. Okay. But look at the lifestyle. Look at what he's been doing. That's why it's like people talk about Hollyweird. Hollywood is so weird. A lot of these people are possessed. A lot of these people are engaged in rituals and stuff. And he said that, or she said that, Kim said that Puffy wanted all these men to do this stuff with her while she was 9 months pregnant. But what was interesting enough about that is that he needed that. He said basically it was based off of a ritual that he was trying to implement. Okay. What that ritual was, I don't know. Okay. But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. These Hollywood elites and stuff know this stuff. They know this stuff. Just like sacrificing your firstborn son and all this stuff, or your firstborn son, I believe. And a lot of these celebrities do this stuff. they do this stuff in order to acquire wealth, okay, to acquire fame, to have, you know, the lifestyle that they want, that they desire. They'll do these different things, man. Now, she was saying something. Kim was like, I don't believe that it's a spiritual thing. I think it was just your talent that got us here and stuff. This is why I believe this stuff's real, because we understand this, and we've been kind of barking up this tree since the last several years. We've been kind of getting more into what's going on. Like these rituals and things that they perform, guys, you're talking about folks that are more inclined than you and I might be. Okay. Just like, I think it was, yeah, she said that he was doing voodoo. That's what she said he was doing. Now, don't get it twisted. There are what you may call good rituals that you want to do and good things. I don't believe it involves no children or no blood sacrificing and stuff like that. Just like you're doing affirmations and things. Those are forms of rituals, okay? All right, if you do something and every time you take the floor, like I play basketball, so when I take the floor, I would maybe do a prayer or something, or I would do something that was considered ritualistic. All right. So there's positive rituals and then there's negative rituals. You have rituals that involve child sacrifices. Okay. You have rituals that involve homosexual relations. Okay. You have rituals that involve animal sacrifices. You have rituals that involve drinking blood. You have rituals that involve eating flesh. Okay, you have these rituals. You have rituals that evolve around new moons. Okay, full moons. You have rituals that evolve around the solar eclipse. You have these rituals and things, man, and it's part of how this universe works. And these evil elites, they understand these things and they use these things for evil. All right. They are involved with a lot of satanic stuff, but we've identified who and what Satan is. Okay. And you can also understand how a lot of these dang beings and stuff, talk about the Black Eye Club and how these beings, I played the piece with Donald Marsh. He was telling you how these beings take over, body snatch a lot of these celebrities or whatnot. Okay. So it gets to a point where a lot of these people that we looked up to like celebrities, they not even them no more. They engaged in all kind of nefarious stuff, right? Stuff that you couldn't even imagine. You wouldn't do it yourself. And I like to think, man, when I look at it, I like to think that a lot of these celebrities, man, I like to believe they were good-hearted people at some point in their life. I like to believe that. Is that necessarily the case? I don't know. But it's quite possible. Okay, understand what I'm saying? It's quite possible that a lot of these celebrities got to that point. They got to Hollywood. Okay, whether they got body snatched through the Black Eye Club and the Real, or either they got involved with folks such as P. Diddy that might have did one of these rituals on them, or transference of spirits, okay, through sexual relations, sexual energy, and it very well changed them. Okay, this is a real thing. It happens all the time. We're not just talking about amongst celebrities, guys. Understand that. We're not just talking about amongst celebrities. You can have this happening amongst regular, everyday people. Okay, and that's why I'm telling y'all this. Like, anybody in here can decide to go have sexual relations with a person, a new potential boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatnot, and in that exchange of sexual energy, okay, you can invite in spirits that person might have very well been harvesting or been hosting for a long time, right? And you don't know where that spirit come from. You don't know where what the spirit might do, what the spirit might be involved with. Okay. This is the type of stuff that is carried. Yes, you can have soul ties and spiritual ties. You can get a spirit that clings to you. Okay, you can start having bad stuff going on in your life because you didn't acquire a spirit from somebody else. Spirits are always looking to transfer. Always looking to transfer. Always looking to jump on the next person. So if you out here and you guys understand this, and I tell guys this, man, all the time. Watch who you share yourself with, who you share your sexual energy with. All right. So watch who you share. It's a thing too, man. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna get into all that because it's a whole nother conversation, man. I don't really want to talk about. But it's probably a conversation for men. I think it's a conversation more for men, and we don't want to go that route. But what I will say is that you want to be careful how you or who you share yourself with, because there's a lot more to it than just the intimacy that you have on the surface level and the physical. You understand what I mean? Like, you want to be, you want to share. If you're going to share yourself, you want to do that with a person that you really have a connection with, also that you trust, that you have some kind of idea of who the heck you're dealing with, and that you likely may very well deal with for a good long time, if not the rest of your life. You don't want to just be going around here, man, putting yourself in harm's way. Just like you can go around, you can catch you a STD, a sexually transmitted disease. You can catch you a STD, a spiritually transmitted disease. You understand what I mean? So you want to be cautious, guys, on what you're doing. And I believe that a lot of these celebrities and stuff, man, they run around, they mess with so many people. I mean, you just name it. They didn't mess with, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women. I remember, was it Wilt Chamberlain? Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but he said something about he slept with like 14,000 women or something like that, maybe even 20,000. And then I think Magic Johnson, somebody was a cream. One of them said they slept with like 100 women in a 24-hour period or something. It was some crazy numbers, man. Crazy. I don't know how true it is, man, but these folks that do this kind of stuff, man, God be with them. God be with them, right? But I don't want to get too far off track. What I want to say is that, yes, Diddy had the Illuminati behind him. They've been behind him. They've been supporting him. They've been covering up his crap. You wonder why you see him supporting Hillary Clinton. You remember he endorsed Hillary. He was behind her. He got behind Biden. And like, look who that's what I say. Look who they align themselves with. Okay, they align themselves with other folks we know to be pedophiles and things. These folks hang together, man. They hang together. They have these relationships, and you don't know until you see, them actually come out. But a lot of these folks, man, be involved with these cults, these rings and stuff. You don't know because they don't say it like, oh, I'm involved with this, that, other. But if you can identify who's doing what, what kind of stuff they're involved with. When people cling to that person, or they around them, or they hang with them, or they endorse them and stuff like that, you better believe that they involved with it. They know exactly what those folks do. You understand what I mean? Like, anybody dealing with Puffy know good and well that man was doing ritualistic stuff, evil things, and having sex with little boys and stuff. You know why people know? Because people talk. Other folks then went to his parties and stuff and said, man, that dude, it's something going on. I don't know. Now, you might have had some folks that did show up to these parties that was optimistic, didn't assume anything until they start seeing some strange stuff happening, and then they decide they might want to exit stage left. You had some people that might have did that. But you also had your folks. Understand, guys, I'm playing devil's advocate. I've been playing devil's advocate a lot here, right? I've been playing devil's advocate, but you got some folks too that were at these parties. And from what I understand, Puffy would spike the punch. And he wasn't spiking it with alcohol, guys. He was spiking the punch and the stuff that he was passing out at his parties. He was spiking it with date rape drugs. Okay, so you're not spiking this for one particular person or another. You spiking it for everybody that's going to your party. Everybody up in your party is getting date rape drug. Okay, just like we talk about Bill Cosby giving out the date rape pudding pops, right? They said he was giving out date rape pudding pops, right? Puffy was giving out date rape probably marijuana, date rape, Ciroc, date rape punch, date rape brownies, what they call, you know, the type of brownies, you know, the type they be doing. He was giving out this stuff for the party, so you could come up there and everybody, hey, eat whatever you want for free, drink whatever you want for free, but you better know that you are being drugged. Okay, so he would drug all these folks up, man, and then as the night carried on, people would just start being messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be messed up to the point where they'll be open to stuff that they wouldn't normally open for. So a lot of folks will wake up and all of a sudden they in the bed with Jamie Foxx. You heard the Jamie Foxx name came up a lot. Ooh, Jamie Foxx name came up a lot. Man, I know me and some of the other subs was on the live, and we was trying to figure out who is the mystery character X that was sleeping with Diddy in the book, because they talked about, Kim said she was in the bed with Jada Pinkett, and y'all already know what Will Smith do. You see his kids, right? So you see what they are subjected to, right? And then Donald Marshall was talking about that, like the celebrities start going there, like Will Smith was going there, like to the cloning center. They getting relationships with these clones and stuff. They making clones of Britney Spears, and then everybody can sleep with her and all this, and you can buy you a Britney Spears clone or whatever and do whatever to her. And they said once these celebrities come of age and they have kids and stuff, they start bringing their kids to these cloning centers and stuff. They start jacking their minds up and having them on this same stupid stuff. So you wonder how Jada or Jaden Smith and I can't think of the other girl's name. Who is it? Golly, I can't think of off the head. What is that music right? Hold on, guys. Got some music going. I don't know how it started going. All right, it stopped. But they kids, they all like that. They like that too now. You know, you got Jaden Smith wearing a dress. Dang, what's his daughter's name? Is it Yoshi or something like that? I can't think of Will and Jada's daughter's name. I can't think of her name. If you know what I'm talking about, guys, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we was trying to figure out who the X person is, but she said she came out the room with Jada. She said Will Smith was in the room with Puffy, and it was another man, XXX, that was supposedly from the West Coast. He might have had a record label. He kept on saying like daddy, and he was saying cuz, and he was saying he said daddy, cuz, and he said something else. Daddy, cuz, and something else started with it. I can't think of it. It was something else he used that let you know kind of who it might be. And I thought, man, my first thoughts was this sound like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg did have a label at the time. He had Doggy Style Records and he had Doggy Dog Records or something like that. So it could have been Snoop. I remember Tupac was on the video interview on MTV Music, and Snoop was just sitting back in the corner looking real suspicious. He was just sitting there like this. Pac was talking about, oh yeah, we gonna do this, that. We America's Most Wanted. Why? And Snoop was just sitting there like this. They like, why ain't Snoop talking? But he just sitting there, wasn't saying nothing. And he just looked like he knew something was about to happen to Pac. He knew like something was going to happen. Now, it's long as it could be Dr. Dre. Yep, truth be told. You just pointed that out as well. Yep. It could be, yes. Thank you, Keisha. Willow, they all twisted. They kids all twisted. So these cloning centers, they go there and they allow their kids to be victimized, man. They allow them to be perved on by these folks, man, for whatever reason, man. And it's ritualistic stuff. That's why Diddy was letting his wife get gangbanged by a whole bunch of celebrities. No telling who Diddy brought up in the bedroom to sleep with his wife while she was 9 months pregnant. Ain't no telling who. But you got to imagine, when you doing that, what kind of spirits are you passing on from these folks into these children that are in the womb? You understand what I mean? Like, that's a ritual. If somebody told him he need to do that, like, you need to do this. So it's a spirit telling him you need to have us be able to sleep with your pregnant wife so we can pass a spirit on into your unborn child. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that's going on, guys, on a spiritual level. This is how deep this stuff is. But I want to get off track. We was talking about who in the heck is the XXX person that was sleeping with Diddy's wife, okay? Not sleeping with Diddy's wife, but sleeping with Diddy. She said she didn't want to sleep with him, the XXX person. She didn't want to sleep with him. She did say Jay-Z and Diddy was getting it in on the rest. She said they was getting it in, man. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, right? But I'm trying to figure out who the XXX person was because they were directly involved in a hit on Christopher Wallace, which y'all know as Biggie Smalls. Okay, we don't know who that character is, but that person played a significant role in there, and he was in the bed with Will Smith and Diddy, so they was having some threesomes with three men. Oh Lord, guys, Hollyweird. All right, is what it is. So anyway, the point of the matter is, Puffy had all these folks, man, that he was involved with. They got a lot of dirt going on, man. You see people that are being that, well, they're not being, they're retiring, they're resigning from companies and stuff. You got people deleting posts and stuff. Like it was like Will Smith deleted a whole bunch of stuff. It was some other celebrities that deleted a bunch of crap. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I don't know if I can. Capital celebrity. Let me see. No, that ain't it. I had it, guys. I ain't finna start running around trying to find all this stuff right now for y'all. But yeah, it was some other celebrities that started cleaning off some of their files, just in case some stuff about to go down. I think a lot of people are fearful right now of what's likely to come from this relationship that they had with Diddy. So it's politicians and stuff that was concerned about this stuff too. That's why I said a lot of them already was involved. It's been rumored that, like, think about it. Oprah apparently had tunnels under her house and stuff. Like, you talk about, you start getting up in the billionaire club and stuff. You talking about folks that's doing some real evil, crooked stuff. You can't be up there on that level and not be involved with some crooked stuff. And so for like Diddy, it's been rumored that he had some tunnels and stuff up under his crib. I can't confirm it, okay? But if he did, they not finna expose it because it's gonna lead to other folks being involved. But apparently it was supposed to be tunnels leading from his crib to some politicians, some high level people. Oh, damn. You know what? I'm gonna have to dig into this, man, before we really get to, going in about what or who he might all had, ties with. We know he's got a lot of these celebrities and stuff, but it's some political figures that's hiding in the background that's just as guilty, that's been just as involved with a lot of crap that he's been doing. But the FBI stuff, like I told you, FBI protected who? You seen how they protected Hillary, all right, with the servers and stuff. You seen when the Anthony Weiner laptop came out, protected, right? Think about it, protected. None of that stuff ever got to the public like it was supposed to. That stuff should have been primetime news, all right? Hunter Biden's laptop never reached the public, all right? Should have been primetime news. There was a lot of stuff in there, man, a lot of stuff that would have changed the outcome of the election. That's why I tell you, anything that's been going on with Trump, what do you get? You get it. It's front page. They put it right in your face like, here, look at this, though. We know this dude been doing all this, but look, Trump did this with his taxes. Wait, you mean to say we're going to talk about this dude taxes, but we ain't talking about this man sleeping with a little boy? Wait, which one, who you want running the country? Somebody that knew the loopholes in the with the IRS and filing their taxes and used it to their advantage? That's just as good as having a good tax attorney or somebody that's good with taxes to file your taxes. You're going to make sure they do it right. So I don't have a problem with the hell Trump. I don't give a two crap the hell Trump do with his dang taxes. I don't give two shits. So if somebody want to come on and say, oh, Trump did this tax, he's a felon. You know what? I might as well be one too. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a hell what that man did with his taxes. I do care if that man is sleeping with some little boys. I do care that because you know what? If he's doing that, he's going to protect folks like Hunter Biden, okay, like P. Diddy, like Hillary, who we saw on the black web, on the dark web that had the spirit cooking going on. Okay, there was extracting adrenochrome. All right, we know this stuff, but those people are protected. So you don't get nothing from Hillary. You don't get that stuff on the news. You get all the stuff from Trump. If Trump did something, you getting it on the news. Why is that? Who run the news? Okay, same thing with Diddy. Diddy stuff, he been doing crap for a long time, but he worked with a lot of folks. If a certain governor, a certain mayor wanted some little boys at their party or come over their house, guess who was gonna supply it? Your boy. You see what I'm saying? He was glued to the streets. They gonna traffic people and move them into these people's houses and do stuff. All right. So those folks ain't got to get their hands dirty. But you're not gonna hear about that stuff, and he's gonna be protected. Even if he got caught, they gonna cover it up because he's too valuable to their congregation, to the establishment. All right. But then you get somebody, like I said, like Tupac, who touched a girl on the butt, which they claim so that they can throw him in prison or they can blackmail him or do something to him. Okay, for something minor and minuscule that you probably should get a slap on the wrist or warning, he gets thrown in prison. And it's all over the news. Tupac did this, Tupac that, Tupac. But Diddy's on trial. Think about it. When that was going on, Snoop Dogg had just ran through his situation because after that, he went with murder was the case. And if y'all understand the significance of that, man, he ended up joining into the Illuminati as well. Okay, Snoop Dogg ended up doing that. But remember, these guys was fighting cases. All right. Once he fought that case and stuff, and he ended up getting a second chance, boom, he joined. That's how you get down. Just like Kobe. And Kobe supposedly had that rape case from that little girl. Next thing you know, boom, he's exonerated or whatever, and he joined the Illuminati, and they used him to start the whole COVID thing. And you ain't seen my Kobe video, you got to go watch that to understand what I'm talking about. But Kobe was a key piece to the whole thing. He was the silent alarm, the black snake, the black mamba, the logo. You look at his logo, it's got the mitochondria, what's it called? The snake poison. It's all on that logo. Okay, and it came out the same time Kobe got that case that he beat. All right, and he also got the money at the same time. You get the money, you join the group, you get the money. All right, but they also gonna use you. He got the crown tattoo. All right, he was buried in Corona Del Mar Cemetery. Okay, the 13s and stuff is all lined up with him. They had him set up for this ritual a long time. They was gonna use Kobe as the silent alarm. All right, it's a lot to it, man. I can't explain it on this video. If you haven't, go watch my Kobe video, Deadly Venom. Go watch it's another Kobe video I did, The Sacrifice, and it's another one, Kobe's Time's Up. So it's 3 videos with Kobe. If you watch all 3, you're gonna be like, wow, it ain't no way this boy wasn't connected. But the point of the matter was that, yeah, Pac and Snoop Dogg and all them, man, they was on the opposite side of this stuff. Snoop Dogg ended up joining, Pac ended up pulling away. Pac went Illuminati and started talking bad about him. Boom, he ended up dead. All right. He was for the good, for the people. He was against all the stuff that Puffy represented. In fact, Puffy was trying to have sexual relationships with Pac. Pac wasn't with it. Okay. So he was trying to do this same, I don't know. Like Kim said in the book that Puffy understood rituals and stuff. Like he understood that stuff, the spiritual part of things. Okay. Like I said, don't get it twisted. It's good. It's positive things that you can do on a spiritual level, and it's negative things you can do on a spiritual level. You can use spiritual energy for good or evil. It can be done either way. Okay. It just depends on where your heart is. Okay. And what you're actually doing it for. What are you conjuring up? Okay. Just like I tell you all the time, if somebody died, think about this. All right, think about this. If somebody died in your family and they was a bad, dark person, a dark spirit and stuff, either way, like people go to heaven. Everybody don't go to heaven. I tell you that all the time. So you might have a dark spirit that's from one of your family that's still hanging around your life or hanging around your family now, okay? And they could have a bad influence on you. They could be in and out of you doing stuff, causing you to wreck your life, right? But you can also have positive spirits that come around and they help you, they guide you, they protect you, all right? So people like the angels, okay? You start understanding like a good spirit, you would look at it like an angel. So I say that to say this, guys. There's so much more than how this picture is put together. All right. Spirits, there's dark spirits, there's good spirits. If I was to die today, y'all probably know Net would be a good spirit. He'd probably come back and do a lot of positive things. But you know what? My heart is pure. I want to do a lot of positive things now. That's why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So if something was to happen to me, then I'm going to come back and bring positive energy. Okay. I'm going to be a positive influence. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if I'm running around here having sexual relations with little boys, you know, I'm doing human sex trafficking. Okay. I'm engaged in all these nefarious activities. I'm doing evil rituals and stuff, blood sacrifices, whatever. If I'm doing all that and I die, guess what? I'm probably going to come back as a dark, evil spirit. I'm vibrating low for one. All right. I'm putting out negative music, whatever I'm doing. I'm going to be on that frequency when I come back. Okay. So those are going to be your spirits that hang around. Okay. And them spirits are able to go in and out of people, like just like in the Matrix when the agents flew in and out of folks. All right. Anybody hardwired to the Matrix can still be, they can be tapped into. Okay, if you own that frequency. All right, so you had these positive beings and stuff, but you also had a positive spirits. Okay, understand that. Just like we have the Dracos. Okay, the Dracos are beings. These are negative beings. People say, well, demons, devils, that's what they are. Okay, that's a being, but we considered a demon. What people make call it's a demon. Okay, yeah, you could say demon. Okay, but then you talk about demon spirit, evil spirit, dark entity that's harvesting dark negative energy. You understand what I'm saying? And you got your positive beings that's full of positive energy, have the ability to heal, have the ability to bring light to a situation, have the ability to transcend it to ascend to higher vibration or higher frequencies. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they can go to the upper dimensions or whatnot, essentially heaven and so forth. So you have these type of spirits. All right. But furthermore, you have positive beings, okay, benevolent beings and whatnot that can come and do positive things. Just like I show you all the time, the things on the news that's been going at Trump, that's been protecting these pedophiles and stuff like that. What are they? I showed you what they are. Those are your negative beings that are here. Okay. And they wrote themselves out the Bible so you wouldn't believe they exist. You wouldn't know they were here. You wouldn't know nothing about them, but they're here. They exist and they're doing things. Okay. But I also tell y'all all the time, it's positive beings as well. It's positive beings here that are doing good things as well. Somebody said, well, how do we beat them? Jordan Maxwell said something in the video that I just played. The Hollywood, well, not the Hollywood, but the story with Diddy that I just played, the video guy. I just put the link in the description box, man. So if anybody hasn't seen that video, make sure you get over there and get to see that. Make sure I got it in here so y'all can catch it. But Jordan Maxwell was talking about, well, how can we beat these guys? How can we beat these guys if they got all these powers and whatnot? And these beings are all powerful and they got all these positions and stuff. You're going to need some help, next level help. You can say, well, God, but you're not just God, but you got angels too. So in a sense, think about it. For the longest, we thought, oh, on a level that the reptilians, Dracos, we said demon, right? But we also see that they beings that they hear. Now, we still talking about we got demon spirits, too. You got evil spirits and you got demons, what would be considered demons, these devils, these hybrids and whatnot. You almost say half demon, whatever you want to say. But you got positive beings. Okay, just like you had these negative beings that exist, you got the positive beings that exist. All right. I went into this. It's a very it's very in depth. I can't go into it right now because I don't have a lot of time to do that. But y'all understand what I mean. You got these beings, these negative beings that are here, that's been here. They come from a different part of the world or the galaxy, whatnot. You also have these angelic beings as well. Okay, you could say God's sons of God. You could say the angels or whatnot. But you got two different. These are two different types. Okay, you got the angels, you got the sons of God, and you got angels. Okay, you got these. That's a difference there alone. Okay, now if there was positive beings that came down here to help you, what would you call them? Okay, what would you call them? Because we got negative beings down here fucking with you right now. Let's be clear. All right, what do you call them? What do you call them? All right, let's get away from the Bible and everything else. Let's just talk about what are you calling these beings that's down here right now? We know them as reptilians, Dracos, whatever. And then you have to also consider the Greys and stuff like that. You got these beings that are doing negative stuff to the human race. You got these beings that have essentially poisoned the human race, and they got a lot of us leaving up out of here in a hurry. A lot of them being recalled, like my lady said the other night. Recalled. Some folks are being recalled back to wherever they came from, okay? Because these beings have poisoned us and used all this toxicity to destroy the human race, all right? But you also have the positive beings that are essentially here as well, okay? And these positive beings, they've had these issues with these negative beings for a long time, all right? This is not the first rodeo. And I showed y'all a interaction between them that occurred in like a courtroom. I wish I could pull that back up for y'all because I think it's essential. I think y'all need to see it. But these beings have been going at it for a long time. All right. And they're still going at it here. And they are opposing forces. All right. Opposing forces. I tell y'all all the time, if God was to intervene and get involved with this, how would it look? What would it look like? Okay. What would it look like if it was discreetly put together? If it was discreet and it was strategic, what would it look like? How would you expect that to play out in your mind? All right. So understand that you have positive angelic beings or whatnot. When you leave your vessel, at some point you're gonna become a positive. Well, I hope for the most part, most of y'all become. I hope most of y'all become positive spirits. All right. I hope that most of y'all could, but most of y'all have a good heart, man. Most of y'all understand what's going on. A lot of y'all that's been rocking with me, man. Y'all have good heart. Y'all good-hearted people. You know what's going on out here. I like to think a good majority are at least inclined to have access to their third eye. A lot of folks are not, privy to that. All right. And a lot of them, if they leave here today or tomorrow, they on a one-way ticket to come right back to this mug. All right. So, and experience this life again. But the point of the matter is you got these negative spirits and stuff, man, that's flowing in and out of these celebrities and stuff, man, because that's what Hollywood is. You got that going on. You got the positive spirits and things that have the option to go ahead and ascend to the upper dimensions and whatnot. And they also have the option to come back. Okay, whether they come back to be a guiding light in somebody's life, whether they come back to inhabit a vessel as well, they can do that. All right. We give a lot of credit to what the devil can do, but we don't give the same amount of credit to what God can do and what the God's angels can do. All right. But we have to understand that we very well might be shortchanging what the angels really are, what they encompass, or what they may very well be about. All right. And if we establish that these beings are here, these dark beings, we have to also establish that the light beings are here as well. And there's a role that they're playing. We may not see it. They may have always been doing something, man, to protect us and keep the peace to some degree. But that don't mean they can save everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a higher self. Okay, everybody has a higher self that God established for you. Okay, this is the, like people say, oh, you're not a God, this, that, and other. But God made you in the image of him. How are you not a God? If God made you in the likeness of him, he said, let's make man in the likeness of, make him in our image. Well, the image of God is God. So he had to give you God-like ability to make you in the image of him. All right. And that would be your ability to, to ascend into the upper dimensions, to become an interdimensional being or whatnot. That's God-like power right there. That's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be telepathic, being able to have the ability to see spiritually on a higher level, to have a higher level of intellect, to have powers that you may not be essentially equipped with right now because of the beings and what stuff they done. But that doesn't mean that you don't have God-like ability. I'm not saying you have God's ability, not the same that God, but you have to think people always talk about our ability to create through affirmations, through manifestations, through visualizations. Okay, once you master that and you get that start in your mind, you start to be able to have God-like power to recreate the world as you want it. It's your world around you. All right. But if you vibrating on a low frequency, then you very well may not be able to recreate nothing. You may be experiencing a dark, empty, life, or you might be things that you see. And I've seen people like this. You ever meet people that like everything around them is just bad? They have nothing good to say. They look at everything glass half empty. Everybody's out to get them. Everything they see, they got something negative to say about it. They always talking about how bad their world is, how messed up. It's people like that. Okay. Those people are vibrating very low, and they're able to be influenced by dark, evil spirits. They're able to be possessed and whatnot. They can be led to do things like that's how a lot of people end up committing suicide and stuff. All right, and that goes back into also the the parasitic part with spirits and parasites. Man, they work hand in hand. All right, but also like people drink to a certain degree where they lower their energy to a point where they able to be influenced. They start hearing voices and stuff. The voices are spirits that are able to access them now. Okay, these are the things that people endure when they go through those moments of low vibration. When you really low, you can be inhabited and be utilized for the wrong things, and you don't want to do that. But not gonna go too far left, man, from where we really want to get to. Is the point was that these celebrities and stuff, man, that's in that world, just like these politicians, man, they have a level of protection. They take care of each other. They look out for their own. This is what's been going on with Diddy for a long time. He's been protected. Okay. He's had a lot of people in his back pocket. Those folks, like Cat Williams said, man, if you watch the beginning of the video, he was talking about in 2024, everything coming to light. Now, how he know that, I don't know. All right. But this is supposed to be the age of Aquarius, supposed to be the Great Awakening. All right, part of being awakening is finding out all this crap is going on. Think how many people awake now to, wow, what in the world's wrong with Diddy? It's a lot of people that woke up like Diddy is crazy, something going on. And it ain't just looking at him, it's looking at the whole picture of Hollywood. Okay, that whole political arena, all that's being looked at now. But it started with just one little domino falling, and now you got a whole lot of folks being looked at for potentially having some kind of, dark secrets that's going on. All right. Now, I personally, man, look, I used to want it to be an actor and all that. I wanted to be involved with music. I started getting into modeling and stuff like that. I started on that road, and I wanted that for my life. Essentially, I did initially. I wanted that. All right. I wanted to be involved with the celebrity of all that stuff. And it encompasses, the fame, the parties, just like the lifestyle. Okay, it's glamorized and it's glorified by people that idolize these celebrities and things. But once you start to see the kind of stuff that's going on in that world, it can turn you off. It can detour you from wanting to be involved with it at all. Okay. because you start to see, like me personally, now I don't want that life because I understand what it means. I understand what goes along with it. Now, if it was a way to kind of be like on the outside and not get involved with all that and just stay in my lane, that would be okay. But you got to think at some point you're going to run into folks that's going to bring that to you, whether it be drugs, alcohol, whether it be some kind of rituals and sacrifices or parties and like going through courts and stuff with all that crap, dealing with allegations and things, always in the spotlight, people, paparazzi, all like, is it worth it at the end of the day? Or you just have a peaceful life where you just have peace and you have quiet time. You don't have to deal with the stresses. It's stressful. I'm sure it's very stressful, you know, but at a point, I thought that was something that I wanted to be involved with. But as I've evolved into a more of a spiritual person and I've seen what's going on in that world on that level, it's not something that I care to be involved with. Okay. And I know a lot of folks that's went in that direction and seen stuff that they're like, yo, I don't want to be involved with. A lot of people have ran from that world. All right. Because once they see what's really going on up there, it's not everything that it's cracked up to be. It's not. You better off just living you a regular life, man, and steering clear of that crap that's going on there, because those beings and that evil and stuff, it runs rampant in that world. It runs rampant in that world. Soul selling, spirit cooking, you name it. Ritual sacrifices. And like I said, Diddy was up there doing a ritual, letting all them men gangbang his wife. And I wouldn't be my wife. Like, you couldn't tell, like, I'm not finna let my wife do nothing like that. Like, no, especially with my child. Like, but this is okay with him, you know, and it may very well because he had these spirits in him as well. And these other spirits that's around and these other folks, these other evil, dark spirits want to engage in that so they can harness the energy of that child. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have been trying to kill the child. Who knows what kind of problems the child might have, what kind of traumas, what kind of dreams or nightmares the child might have, what kind of trauma that child might have had before it even was birthed into this world because of what he endured in the womb, right? So these beings, man, and these celebs and stuff, man, they know exactly what's going on. They know what they're doing. And so I tell y'all, you may not want to acknowledge the spiritual realm, the spiritual world and stuff, but it exists. Okay, and it's a big part of our everyday lives, whether we know it or not, whether you want to accept it or not. Folks like that, yeah, they doing it for evil, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and it's not something that can be used in a positive light. Okay, when you talk about the positive side of things, that's the negative side, the evil side. Okay, people are like, well, I don't believe in rituals. Hey, prayer is a ritual. In itself, make no mistake about it. Prayer is a ritual. Okay, you do that religiously, whatever, it's still a ritual. Okay, just like people engaging in the Sabbath day, okay, or engaging in the what they call it, the Passover and stuff like that. You engage in holidays and stuff. These are rituals. You engage in, and when people say, hey, you go to church and you drink the blood of Christ, or you eat the cracker and all that, that's a ritual. I don't believe that's a ritual that you really should be engaging in. Me personally, I don't think you should. Okay, because of the symbolism behind it. Okay, and that's why I say some of this stuff that they put together for you is to have a negative effect on you, to have you grounded, okay, and vibrating low in order for you to have things happen and stuff in your life that you don't want. All right. So we have to understand, I told y'all in the video, like these beings and stuff, man, they change stuff in the history books. They change stuff as far as the carvings and stuff on the walls, the ancient Egyptian days. They've changed this world. They created structures and things that we couldn't have created at the time. So they had access to do that. You know, make these massive structures and architecture and design with detail, man, encrypted in the drawings and all this different stuff. You got to understand that they also had the ability to go and touch the books that we may very well use to pattern our lives after. Okay, you have to understand that they can and they would do that too. Okay, nothing is off limits is what I try to is what I try to get across to everybody. Is nothing is off limits, man, and we have to keep a open mind about what very well may be occurring. Does that make sense? So, anywho, guys, I'm not gonna make this video much longer. I think we've been on here a good long while. Shoot, sometimes I don't even know how long I'll be talking. It's been an hour, been about an hour and 10 minutes that I've been talking to you guys. But no, guys, if you haven't had a chance, man, make sure you get over there to see the video Deeper Than What We Thought, the untold story of Diddy and Kim Porter, which was his wife. I think they were still married at the time. It explains a lot, man. They'll put a lot of stuff in perspective. A couple other things I want to touch on before we get out of here. They talking about just recently, man, I think it was like 150 some countries apparently dropped the dollar. Okay, they dropped the US dollar. Now, this very well could have a serious impact on the economy in the very near future. It's oddly enough, it's happening right around this election time. I am going to dig into that. That might be something we have in the next video, man. But if that is very well true, it could very well be because of the attempt for them to try to bring in this cashless society, okay, pushing the Bitcoin and stuff like that. But not just that, also being able to use the mark, okay, and then preparing also for the next pandemic, which you know they're gonna have, and they already been setting it up. Okay, they're gonna have another pandemic. How soon? I'm not sure. Okay, they already claimed that the monkeypox is a pandemic. Is this the pandemic of pandemics that they've been planning for? It's a good question. But once they do, they want to be able to have control of people's money so people can't move the way they want to. All right, as long as people use cash, people can kind of do it how they need to. If they can shut off people's money lines and credit and stuff like that, and force them to do things that they don't want to do, they will. It just happened to be at the same time. I just played the video the other day. All this stuff works in unison, man. That's why you got to pay attention to my videos, and you'll be caught up and kind of be up to speed on what's happening. It was just the other day I played the video. It was the video before the last where they was talking about how Biden and Harris were looking to try to give over our sovereignty to who? I said it, to the WHO. To who? The World Health Organization. All right. They want to give our sovereignty over to them for them to make decisions in the event of a health emergency, which can be declared by who? I said it again. Them, the WHO, the World Health Organization. They can declare anything in a health emergency, and that will give them safety measures that will kill all constitutional rights. Okay, authorizing them to do anything and everything that they want to do, including imprisonment. Talk about concentration camps. You're talking about forced vaccinations. Okay, you start talking about the removal of family members from their homes. There's a lot that goes into that, man. And that's why I don't understand why the hell anybody would vote for anybody that's pushing anything like that. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Devil's advocate here. At the end of the day, and I tell y'all this all the time, there's two Trumps. Understand this. It's not the first time there was two presidents. You had two Bill Clintons, you had the Bushes, you had several of these guys, man. This is how they move. Okay, tell you, there's two Trumps. All right, I have a video. Somebody asked me about it the other day. I'm gonna have to find it for you guys, and I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna run it just like a regular video, just a re-air. So look for that, man. But it's two Trumps, man. One of the Trumps was telling y'all, hey, don't take it. You could do other options. We have a lot of other great therapies. It was a red tie and it was a blue tie. One of the Trumps that always wore a certain tie, he was saying that you could do something else. Don't do that. And there was the other tie. Other Trumps wearing the other tie that was telling you, hey, just take it. It's good. Don't worry about it. I believe it was the red tie that was telling people to do it. I have to go back and look. I'm going to find the video for y'all. But I tell you all the time, man, there's two of them. All right. And one of them is being used for bad. Make no mistake. That's why you get the double talk. One of them being used for good. You have to understand, man, that they wouldn't be doing all the stuff they doing. They wouldn't have to throw up all these felonies. They wouldn't have to do a lot of stuff that they doing if they had control of both sides. I've seen folks walking with Trump that I recognize as not being human. All right. Right away, I was able to spot them. There's some folks that's been walking with him. Now, whether these are the positive beings that's rolling with him, the good one, okay, I have to go back and really thoroughly observe and assess those videos. But there are different, I've noticed they were different beings. Like, there's like some Star Trek stuff going on here, man. It's really that serious, man. I'm telling y'all. But we have to understand, man, that there's a agenda that's been taking place, man, and it's supposed to be done by 2029, 2020, 2030. Okay. They said Agenda 30. They said Agenda 2030, just like you had Global 2000 and you had Agenda 21. Global, or what is Agenda 21 and Global 2000? That's give you 2021. That's when they really start popping that walk off on people. Okay, now Agenda 2030, that was they wanted to have the people, most of the people wiped out by then. I tell y'all that all the time. So a lot of this stuff is ramping up right now. A lot of this stuff is ramping up. So pay attention to that. But if they go ahead and push another pandemic, they want to be able to force people to do stuff and not have people be able to go off or go against the grain. All right. That's why they want to have a cashless society so they can control people. Okay, I told you it's about enslavement. Anybody that's supposed to be left here is supposed to be enslaved. That's what they want to do. All right. So that's something that's very well happening. I told y'all you had the governor, what's it? The governor, the mayor of New York. He's getting involved with some of the charges that Diddy got. They got him jammed up. Like, he's not going to be the only one. It's a lot of people that's going down. Like Cat Williams said, 2024 is going to be the year. A lot of stuff is going to come to light. And man, what can you say? A lot of stuff has. A lot of stuff will over the next couple of months still until we get this election and stuff out the way. I think the election is going to tell a real story of what's going on. All right, a real story of what's going on. Now, point out one more thing, man, before we go. Y'all remember I had the video before about the time travel and stuff like that, and you had Barron Trump, The Adventures of Barron Trump, the book. In that book, which I had to understand that time travel is a real thing. In that book, Adventures of Barron Trump, Trump was the president. He was the last president. The last president. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know, but the fact they had a book of him being a president and he actually ended up being a president and then his uncle was doing the time travel stuff, I don't know. What a coincidence, right? It could be something to that, guys, but I think this election that we have coming up, man, and I don't think it's a vote that's going to change it. I think it's going to be some stuff done behind the scenes. I think that's a battle that we facing right now, that they're like, these beings are battling and they both using disguises. I told you, I don't believe Trump is a human being. I believe he is one of these other races of beings as well, and they are clashing right here in front of our face, right here on the planet for control of the people. All right, and they're using different forces and stuff that they have at their disposal, resources and whatnot. Right, so I believe that the election or whatever is going to happen is just going to tell you kind of who has control, but I don't think that it's going to come down to no votes. That's just my thoughts, man. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real with you guys. But the fact that they trying to do away with the currency right now tells me that they really trying to push this global income, a universal income, where they want to be able to control everybody's money, and that way they can tell everybody what they want to do and make everybody do what they want to do. So you better believe if in the case, as far as what we know right now, if it was to be Kamala to become president some kind of way, I think we're going to have a lot of crap come down the line real quick. A lot of crap that's going to really turn this thing upside down. That's just my thoughts, because we know who she's aligned with. These same evil folks, all right, these same evil pedophiles and things that's involved with all this crap. All right, just like Diddy supported the same guys we know was doing these evil rituals with these kids and stuff, right? You don't think Diddy know about all this stuff, man? Come on now. He just as well connected with them folks as anybody else. So anyway, guys, I'm not gonna make this video any longer, man. Like I said, we are running that special for the first 5 people, I think it was, that use the code Diddy. You get the Flex 4 bundle for half of its regular price, which is $65, man. Give you a chance to get yourself cleaned up, get your loved ones cleaned up, man, so you don't have all this crap that they spitting out through the skies in your system. At least need to clean yourself up at least once or twice a year. Recommended. All right. Anybody that has not seen the video, man, the untold story from Kim Porter's perspective, go to the link in the description box. That is linked to Rumble. So if you're on Rumble, you can just go back in and look at the video. It's in there. It's still up on YouTube. I've left it up because it seemed okay. I haven't got nothing, and I'm gonna knock on wood because we don't want nothing to happen. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that up for a little while, man. We might run it again tonight, man, because every time we run it, man, like I said, I got so many thousand subscribers, man. But every time I run it, it's like people come in and they never seen it, that thought that I ain't been on YouTube no more. Like, oh my God, Ned, you came back. Where you been? I'm like, I just did a video like yesterday. What are you talking about? But there's people on YouTube that haven't seen me in years. They haven't seen me in years. Somehow or another, they haven't seen me in years. And it's because of videos like this that they have not seen me in years. The stuff that they want to see, you're not allowed to see. That's why you're not allowed to see me. All right. But this is the stuff you want to see. When you start searching out truth and you start going down those rabbit holes, they start blocking. And that's what they've done with most of my subscribers, man. They've unsubscribed you. They've removed the likes. They block videos, change the algorithm, make sure that you can't see nothing. Been here the whole time. Tell people all the time, man. It's a good thing to get over to Rumble if you don't. And I think they be tampering with Rumble too. I ain't gonna lie, they have, because I noticed they try to keep me at a certain number, man. It's like it'll go up and then they'll start trying to pull them back down. It's just happening on every platform. So, but I suggest you do Rumble first and foremost, man, because I know, shoot, I have less subscribers on Rumble, but get more views on Rumble. And I get like quadruple the views on Rumble that I get on YouTube. And I got, man, 50,000 subscribers over there. 50-some thousand subscribers. And that's on one of the channels. But I can't get 300 folks in the live. It's just impossible. And before it used to be 2,000 or something in there. Anyway, man, I hope everybody's good, man. I probably will try to do another video next week. I don't know if it's gonna be live. I've been doing a lot of regular videos, man. I haven't had time to do lives. I'm gonna try to get back to doing some lives with y'all, man, because I know everybody wants to get on here and talk and have that intimate moment for themselves. But unfortunately, nobody ever does. So we waste our time a lot of time. But we will do another live probably in the next 2 weeks, man. And I'll have some people come on, man, and give y'all the floor, let y'all talk about, the stuff that we've been discussing lately. So if everybody's good, man, I hope y'all are well. I will catch you on the next video.
Look back to when midnights broke their sleep, awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide, colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away. Time forever favors the young. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.
I think that part you're doing in the middle was tight. Do you remember which one? Look back to when midnights broke their sleep, awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide, colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away, faceless under faces made. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiply in power that I found in winter flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look up, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling snow. Those nights back in Tokyo. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers.
this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.
I think that part you're doing in the middle was tight. Do you remember which one?
Look back to when midnights broke their sleep, awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide, colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away, faceless under faces made. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiplying power that I found in winter flowers. favors the young. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.
I think that part you're doing in the middle was tight. Do you remember which one?
Look back to where midnights broke their sleep, awaken our memories of when we would make believe. Collide, colors of the masquerade. Watch as they fall away, faceless under faces made. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers. In my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiply in power that I found in winter flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look up, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling